Good morning, guys. So today I want to talk to you about impressions. Now, before I get into it, I do want to state that this is not having a go at anybody or anything like that. I hear a lot that, having a crack at someone or this, that, and the other. Guys, it's not like that at all. I think social media is such a moving target. Things that were being done, back when I started almost 10 years ago, as social media evolved, so has the metrics, so has the results, so has the content and engagement and performance and all that kind of thing. And when I do see misinformation going out there, or the wrong information going out there, I feel it's important to speak up, because I do see and hear a lot of people that are putting time and money and energy into stuff that's just not working. And I just feel I've got a duty that if I know and I can help people, that I can do so. So guys, that's why I am so, I suppose, adamant when it comes to stuff that I see online that's not quite hitting the mark, or it's not quite the right information going out. That's when I will speak up, and I don't apologize for that. So having said that, let's get into the topic of the day, which is impressions. Now, there's a lot of companies out there that sell based on impressions, and when I speak to people and I ask them, okay, what's an impression? They actually don't know. Okay, and there's a lot of lingo. It's like when a real estate agent is talking real estate lingo to their marketplace. It's the same with social media. So what I thought I would do today is break it down into print terms, because I think it's going to be easier for us all to identify with. So let's look at impressions in a print format. And I'm going to use an example that I saw last week. So one particular agent had 100,000, I think it was 100, we'll go with 100,000 impressions on his ad. So in print terms, that's 100,000 DLs that were printed, all right? The reach on the ad was about 2,500 people. So that's 2,500 people that saw the ad while scrolling through social media. The click-through rate, it was about 300 and something. So that's how many people saw the ad, clicked on it, and went and had a look at the property or the agent's profile on social media. The first thing, so let's go back to the print. So 100,000 impressions equals 100,000 DLs printed. 2,500 reach equals 2,500 people that got the letter out of the letterbox. The 300 click-throughs is how many people took that DL inside to read it for further information. So they didn't throw it in the junk mail bin, or they might have, but they actually stopped there and read it before they threw it in. So they've actually engaged with it. They've taken the time out to go and have a look. So that's how I want to identify it with. Impressions equal how many were printed, reach equals how many went into letterboxes, and click-throughs is how many people took the deal out the letterbox and had a look at it. So guys, in saying that, a quick little story. Years ago, I'm not going to say where, but I was a junior agent. I was working for a senior agent. It was a hot summer day, and I had 1,000 deals to print, and it was Friday afternoon. And without giving anything away, there was not all 1,000 made it into a letterbox at the time. All right. So what I mean by that is, let's say 300 made it into a letterbox. What happened to the other 700? So if we look at 100,000 ads that were so an impression is an ad that was created and distributed. So with the DL side of things, it's 1,000 that were printed and in my hand as I'm driving to the destination. So that's the example. At this point, doesn't matter how many were printed, because I haven't put any in the letterbox yet. So guys, that's basically why I get concerned when I see companies selling on impressions. Now, the other thing I want to touch on as well is, if you've got 100,000 ads that are created and going out, and they're only reaching 2,500 people, you're not reaching everybody. So you're actually not doing yourself any favors. And some of these campaigns are not cheap. It's almost, and I think it's because they're cookie cutter. I get ads that pop up on my screen from agents I have never dealt with in areas I've never expressed interest. And I'm like, why am I getting this? That's number one. So that shows that, it's just a spray and pray approach. But also, I mean, if you're looking at 100,000 impressions versus a reach of 2,500 people, you're spraying everywhere. You're just throwing the ad out everywhere. And I see a lot of these campaigns, they are very cookie cutter. They are not bespoke in any way, shape, or form. They are like, bang, push a couple of buttons, your ad goes out. Now, I'm sure you guys have all seen my screenshots of campaigns that we've run where we've got 2,500 reach. I had it yesterday, $50, 2,500 reach, 256 link clicks for $50. Why? Because we identify an audience. We target a specific audience. There is no point whatsoever spreading that ad out to the masses that are never going to engage, have never engaged. We use obviously our retargeting capabilities, our lookalike strategies and things like that. So as when an ad goes out with us, we're hitting people that are going to engage with it. So guys, that's coming back to what I was saying a bit earlier about misinformation going out there. From an agent's point of view, and this is the one thing that comes up quite a lot, where I see that an agent doesn't know necessarily what an impression is or how little relevance it has. All they're really seeing is you got 100,000 impressions and wow, oh, that's awesome. It makes you feel good. They're vanity metrics, but they're not metrics that actually mean anything. What I like to focus on is reach and click-throughs. I want to know how many of those 100,000 impressions or DLs, I want to know how many went into a letterbox. And I also want to know down to the very number, how many came out of the letterbox and went inside. So guys, I know these social media campaigns are not cheap. I know it's easy just to click a few buttons, when you're creating your campaigns to do ads. But guys, that's why I named our company Bespoke, because every campaign is tailored to that agent and that property's individual needs. It is not a cookie cutter. We do not blanket anything. And that is why we are getting higher results than some of these bigger companies, because we take that extra little bit of time. So guys, like I said earlier, this is not to bag anybody out or any company or anything like that. I just see, like I said, there's a lot of either misinformation that goes out there to the public, or there's not enough information that's going out, or the wrong strategies are being sold. And I think when people work hard, and we've got to remember, these are vendors at the end of the day who are paying for these campaigns. Make sure your marketing is hitting the right people is all I'm going to say. Make sure when you are looking at your statistics and your results that you're looking at actual results, okay? People who have actually engaged or seen your stuff, not the fluff stuff, because that's easy to sell on and easy to get people excited about it, excited about their product, but it's actually not doing you any favors. Guys, hope that added some value to your day. If you have any questions, concerns, please feel free to reach out, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Cheers.